Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. Thanks so much for joining me. Today's project is a variation of this little box. Now I'm part of a group called Let's Get Hopping, and we are a blog hop group that picks a different theme each month. Now this month's theme is a set of cards, and I thought I would do some 3x3" cards, and I made a little box to put them in as well, which I think is super cute. So this is the one I made with the petal palette suite using the new ink colours. So this one here is grapefruit Grove. Then we have Pineapple Punch, and I've got matching envelopes to go with them. Blueberry Bushel, Call Me Clover, and Lovely Lipstick. So it's a set of 5 3x3" cards, which I think is a perfect little size for a gift. That lid back on. And I've done a perfect little tag here just to put as an embellishment on it. So like I said, I used the new 2018 to 2020 in colours, Lovely Lipstick, Blueberry Bushel, Call Me Clover, Grapefruit Grove, and Pineapple Punch. These colours I think are very primary, they're bright, they're vibrant. So I think it's great that we've got some primary colours that all match together. It looks like a rainbow. So I'll put those ones aside for a second. I've already started my second little box decorations, and this one I'm using petal palette as well, but instead of the bird I've gone with this 3 flower stamp. So I've already done 4 of the colours, so I thought we might do the Lovely Lipstick in the camera for you. So I'll just put those ones aside. I'll bring in my supplies. So like I said, I'm using petal palette. This is coming out it's in the occasions catalogue at the moment, but it's also going to be in our annual catalogue, so that's great. And there's also a bundle that you can get with that one. At the moment, when the catalogue becomes live, the bundle will go away. And this is great because it has 10 dies, and it's called Petals and More Thinlits dies. So you've got a whole heap of sentiments and some great images there as well. And I've also used the stitched shape framelits, and I used the large square. So I've done a little bit of work beforehand just to try and keep the time down. So I have my 3x3" card, which I've just cut from a 12x12 Whisper White cardstock. The largest stitch shape square in Lovely Lipstick. And then I have my envelope. I've stamped in Memento Tuxedo Black ink the flower image, and what we're going to do is I've got a sponge dauber, and I'm just going to sponge the roses. And I love this technique. I think this looks really pretty. You can do lightish on the outside and darker in the middle. That looks good. And then with the leaves, I used a block and the Lemon Lime Twist re-inker, and all I did was I just put a little bit of re-inker, drop of re-inker on the block, and using the aqua painter, which I must have put that away. If you've been following my videos, I seem to lose things on my table all the time. My table's a bit of a mess, so that's probably why. So I'm just going to pick some of that up and then just colour in. Now I've just used normal Whisper White cardstock, so you don't want to add too much water to it because it will peel and doesn't look very nice then. And I loved these two colours together, and the good thing is Lemon Lime Twist went with all the colours. I don't think they stood out to look bad at all, even with the Call Me Clover. So let me bring that one in. So that's the green. Doesn't that look good? I think those two colours go together quite well. So that was that done. And with this one, all I did was I coloured in, whoops. So with the flowers, I then used my Wink of Stella just to add a bit of shine to the middle. You probably can't see it on video or in the photos on my blog, but in real life it looks really great. So that's that one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just use some Tombow Mono Multi Glue, so the green glue, and I stuck this straight down onto the stitched framelit. And I had it so this leaf down the bottom here sort of went over the edge a little bit. I'm going to stick some dimensionals on the back of that one, just to give it that little bit of dimension pop up. Stick that straight down onto my card. Miss Jane. I feel I'm on a silly angle. So just like that. And I've also put some rhinestones, 3 of the small rhinestones. Now I've still got some of these left that have the ones on the edgings. But if you have the new ones, just use the bigger ones. And I've put 3 on. One there. One just there. And one down the bottom. So just like that. And with the envelope, bringing that lovely lipstick back in again. All I'm going to do is ink up that large flower again. I'm just going to stamp down the bottom right, and then opening the flap up, I'm just going to stamp on the flap as well, just to tie that all in. Doesn't that look cute? So that has all my colours together. So now all I have to do is make the box. Okay, to make this box, I'll just bring the scoreboard in. I have 2 pieces of cardstock, 1 lovely lipstick and 1 Whisper White. Both measure 7 by 4 3/4. And in the description of this video, you'll find a link to my blog and all the measurements and supplies for this project you can find there. There's also a link to my online store where you can buy all your Stampin' Up supplies. If you use the Hostess code for the month, I will send you out a free gift. Okay, so we're going to start. The solid cardstock is going to be the bottom of the box. So what we're going to do is we are going to measure 1 3/4 and 5 1/4. And then turning it around on the 4 3/4 side, we're going to score at 1 3/4 and 3 1/8. I'll bring the piece of Whisper White in. So same again, we're just going to, because it's the top, we're just going to shove it over slightly so there's a gap in between, and we're going to score at 1 3/4 and 5 1/4. Turning it around, and we're just going to bring it out from the edge again and score at 1 3/4 and 3 1/8. So just like that. So there'll be a slight difference, just so the top and bottom can go together. So we're finished with this one. And with the top piece, the Whisper White one, I'm going to just randomly stamp in lovely lipstick, and I've just put my finger in that, so give me a sec. So with these new ink pads, they open like a compact, but what I've found is I seem to put my finger in the ink pad more because there's less room in the finger gap. So hang on, I'll just bring in the older style. So when you open it up, see how much room's there to stick your finger and your hand in? This one, there's no room. I've got fairly big fingers, so I find there's not much room there. So I'm going to end up with very inky fingers quite regularly. Okay, so I'm using the same stamp that I stamped my envelope, so just like that one. And I'm just going to randomly stamp all the way around. Has everyone bought this stamp set and used it, or I've found I do seem to buy a lot of flower stamps, and I really like this one. I like that there's framelits that go with it. Because I like it when it's easy. And the last one. There we go. Because they're new, they're also a little bit tight. They did say, Stampin' Up did say that after a little while it'll get easier to close them. So it'll just be interesting to see whether I keep inking myself. And the other good thing about the new ink pads is they all sit together in one. There's little grooves in the top and little legs on the bottom, so they just sit in really nicely. So you can stack a whole heap on your table and it's going to fit really well, whereas the old ones don't. I'll show you. Because they're all uneven, they sit on but they move around a lot because of the lip. So that's really good. Really interesting that they've done that. I've done some research, that's great. Okay, so we'll start with the top of the box, and I'm just going to fold and burnish all the edges. And this one as well. I'm going to actually turn this over because I have had someone say that it got a little bit distracting. I'll go there. So starting with the bottom of the box, and I'm going to bring my larger scissors in, and I'm just going to cut up to the score line on each side. So all 4 lines. Turn it over. And because these end ones are my tabs, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them down to about 3/4, and then I'm going to quickly just notch in. So notch these ones in just like that. They don't have to be perfect, they just have to be around the same. You don't have to measure, just roughly guess. Okay, So what we're going to do is turn it over and we're going to put glue on all these 4 tabs, and I'm using the Tombow glue. Get back to using this now that Fast Fuse is retiring. And all fingers and thumbs, I'm going to put this together. So just bring the sides up together. Hold it for a few seconds. And then you can move to the next one. So it'll be interesting to see what all the ladies come up with the theme of a set of cards. I thought it was easier to do a small set with a set of 3 by 3 than a normal size set of cards. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone comes up with. Okay, so that's the bottom of the box. Now we're going to bring in the top of the box, and I'm going to just do the same thing. So cutting up the score line. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I have 20 subscribers now, which I'm pretty ecstatic with, I think. I never sort of thought that I would get many. Yeah, 20, and I've only been going for a short time, so thank you for all your lovely comments. So we've just taken off about a quarter to a half on each tab, and then notched in from each side. I'm turning it over, and on the 4 tabs we're going to just add some more Tombow glue. It's probably a little bit much. So how's everyone feeling about the new catalogue coming out soon? They have a new promotion coming up, or actually at the moment, where you can order or do a pre-order of a certain brain blank then, of a suite, which is great that they're doing a pre-order. And you can also buy the new ink colours, ink pads, as a pre-order. So that's great. I don't know whether they've done that before. So you can either become a demonstrator and do it, or just be a customer and order them. But you're going to want these in colours. I love them. Okay, so that's our box. Going to bring the cards in. I've been using my Tombow glue and my fingers are sticky. It's a cute little set. Oh. There we go, so that fits in perfectly. Like, you could even fit more if you wanted to squish them in. But 5 colours, I thought I would do 5 cards. So for the top, I'm going to bring in some metallic edge silver ribbon, which is the one I used here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay it around. And tie a knot. I feel awkward. Hopefully that doesn't look so awkward. And I'm just going to double knot it. Beautiful, just like that. Cut the excess off. And I'm also going to bring in a glue dot just to stick in underneath that knot so it stays in that one spot. There we go. Stick that on top. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to make this little tag. So I've just got a piece of Whisper White and a piece of the lovely lipstick, and I've got the 1 3/4 inch punch, and I'm just going to punch that with Whisper White, and then I have the 1 3/8 inch scallop punch, and I'll punch that in the lovely lipstick. And then I'll bring the Whisper White back in, and I've also got this image from the petal palette, which is this one just here, and I'm going to stamp that in the lovely lipstick. So I've tried to do a lot of things so this video wasn't too long. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to cut that image out with the Big Shot machine. So I'll bring that in. Line that on up and run this one through. Try and bring you all in again. Sorry about that. Okay, hopefully I've got you back in the view. Okay, so with the tag, we're going to stick a dimensional on the back of the lovely lipstick scallop and attach that to the Whisper White. And then I'm going to stick another glue dot on this one. This one I put silver metallic thread, but I'm just going to leave this one bare, just like that. I'm going to bring in a hole punch. This one's not stamping up. It's just one that I had previous. So a little hole like that. And I've also got the silver metallic baker's twine, and I'm just going to attach the tag to the ribbon, popping it underneath and just tying a knot. There we go. There we go, we have two different styles. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I would love it if you left me a comment. Give me a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you, bye.